Hi, Laura Price here, owner of the Good Body Online Personal Training. This video is about reflecting on your progress. Course correction is always required in life whenever you're doing anything of value or importance. So the most effective way to course correct is to look at the most recent actions, okay? The great William Arthur Ward said, "The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, the realist adjusts the sails." Okay, so in weight loss, you have to be the realist who is ready to adjust whenever necessary. And if you don't have a clear picture of what you're doing, you won't be able to adjust. So in this lesson, you learn why it's important to keep a simple record of your actions, how to adjust your results, where to make adjustments to keep you on track, to attain your goals, and finally, and perhaps most important, creative ways to reward yourself for all your awesome behaviors, right? There are quite a few things that you can track while you're trying to make healthy changes. But let's just keep it simple, right? So the main one is tracking your weight. There are different philosophies on whether you should weigh yourself weekly, daily, or maybe even not at all. This is something that you need to think about and figure out what is the best way for you. So some people are daily weighers, okay? But the normal body fluctuations that change, right, don't affect them. So they're okay with doing it that way. But if the normal body fluctuations are going to really get you down, then stay off the scale and only get on it sporadically, all right? A great app is called the Happy Scale. So if you're somebody who wants to weigh yourself frequently, I really suggest that you get this app. Because what you do is you record your weight every time you weigh on the app. And then you can look at the graph that shows you the line of your weight going here and then slowly down, right? So if you're getting frustrated and you're like, man, this is, I don't see a huge change here, go to the app, look at the graph, and when you see the line going down where you started and where you are now, you go, okay, you know what? I have been making some really good changes here, okay? But what's great is that you're also going to notice on that app there are peaks and valleys, right? It's going to go like this, maybe a little bit of gain, maybe down, maybe a little bit. Eventually, what you see is the number going down. So for your own mindset, it's just a great app to have if you're somebody that wants to weigh yourself frequently, okay? Now, as we discussed in previous videos, you also want to keep track of your food with a food journal, and you should be recording your fitness and how many calories you're burning in your workouts, okay? And what's great about the apps that I mentioned before, like MyFitnessPal, Lose It, or MyNet Diary, is that you can plug in your exercise and it's going to give you a pretty good estimate of how many calories you burn if you don't have, a watch or some type of app tracking that for you, okay? All right, and what's also very important to track is your water. Drinking water as much as you can throughout the day is very important for your weight loss and for good health, okay? So later on, you can add more things like, did you get enough sleep, et cetera, et cetera. But for right now, let's just stick with these basic ones, okay? But you need to take the time to reflect and measure how you're doing. Remember, the purpose is not to beat yourself up. Your best is always good enough. So remember that. I just want you to be honest with yourself and where you're falling short of maybe your best, okay? So once a week, review what lessons you learned. What are your wins and what are your losses? How can you use these in the future to also increase your chances of greater success? You're eating pretty healthy, you're working out a little bit, and life is good. You're losing, maybe a pound a week. And if you're happy with that pace of weight loss, which is perfectly acceptable, then there's no reason to change anything, right? But if you want a faster weight loss, like maybe 2 pounds a week, then you need to look at your journal and see where you can cut out another 500 calories, either through your diet and or exercise. So basically, what will you do differently, if needed, next week? And what will you do the same? So what steps will you take to ensure your success, okay? So it's very important that you also reward yourself along the way. So changing your habits and losing weight makes a big difference in your life, right? And it's really hard, and you're absolutely, positively, 100% deserving to reward yourself, as long as it's not a piece of chocolate cake, okay? It could be fitness equipment, cosmetics, jewelry, a new outfit. Buy yourself a charm bracelet. Maybe every time you lose a pound, 5 pounds or 10 pounds, whatever it is, you put a new charm on your bracelet, right? You can go shopping for whatever makes you happy. Maybe it's a little bikini, or maybe it's a bunch of flowers, maybe a new haircut, go on a vacation, or even a fun night out, or not out, but away, right? All right, it's time to take action. So read and complete the worksheets that go with this video. Every week, assess, act, and adjust your plan as needed, okay? Put this time in your calendar so you can remember to do it. And finally, get ready to enjoy your next reward. Yay! Okay, because you've earned it. All right, I will see you in the next video.